Hello and welcome to Lightwaves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews of flashlights, rechargeable lanterns, and other portable light sources, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Sofirn. This is model number TF84. This is a Type-C rechargeable 18650 powered tactical flashlight. Now I use the word tactical, but it is actually practical. That's why I really like this flashlight and why I picked it up. It's pretty awesome. Now you can get these for around $62.99 at Amazon. Once in a while, Sofirn will post a code promotion to lower the price, 20% sometimes, 25%. If I get a code, I'll put it with the description down below because you guys are really gonna like this flashlight because I think it's probably one of the best everyday carry flashlights you could probably own. So yeah, let's check this out. So Sofirn, they come in a brown box, pretty basic. I got the back side, we got some QR codes there, some website information. Nice, cool website by the way, I've been on there. All right, so let's go ahead and open that up. See what we get for contents. The manual we'll go over quickly. Not gonna spend much time on all the accessories, but some of the basic stuff. 2 extra O-rings, nice. We have the remote mounted switch, which we'll show you in a little bit. It's a pretty neat setup. Cable, they give us a USB to Type-C, nice, since this is a Type-C rechargeable flashlight. It looks like they give you quite a bit of length there of cord. Very nice to see. Okay, flashlights and bubble wrap, and I think the box is empty. Okay, so set the box aside, out of the way. Flashlights and bubble wrap, cool. Just kind of lay it there. Yeah, star of the show, right? Right to the flashlight. I get the manual, gotta look at that first. Sofirn TF84 gives you a little blurb there. Let's see, blah, 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 1200 lumens, nice. It's got an outdoor group and a tactical group, which we'll talk about. It's pretty simple. Don't let that be an issue. It's very simple to set up. There are different modes, which I'll talk about. There's the waterproofing there. Specifications, they go over. The thing is it can use the CR123A batteries, 2 of them, nice, so it can handle that. Got more information up here. I'm just showing the entire manual because in case you lose your manual, you'll have this video for eternity, as long as YouTube stays around, right? So let's go ahead and there's power indicator, which we'll talk about, recharging, very simple. There you go. Talk about switches in case I miss something, which I might. There's a lot to it. There's a few little things that I might miss, but I'll try to remember to touch on all of them. Dual tail switches. Yeah, that's what makes this flashlight so awesome. I was out walking with it and it came in handy, let me tell you. Different modes. Love the different modes and how you can access them. There's tactical group. Pretty much tactical group is the same as outdoor, except you're limited to medium and turbo mostly. I think that's mainly what it is, because you still have access to other things. Okay, you have a lockout feature, which is nice, and it does remember last memory, which is another nice thing. Safety instructions, troubleshoot maintenance. Good to know, because they do put a little paper insert in there, so if your flash doesn't turn on, take the paper insert out and charge it up. There you go. Okay, we're done with the manual. Let's get to the flashlight. So this is the Sofirn TF84. Right away, it's a nice size. You can see I don't have huge hands, and this is like perfect for me to carry. I like this. I think for everyday carry, this is like a little sweetheart of a light. Definitely liking it. Let's go over features. So on the front, we have this kind of tough end here. Yeah, almost like a glass break self-defense type end on it. Don't know if I'll need that, but it's there just in case. We have a toughened glass lens. Nice to see that. Down in there, we have a smooth reflector. And our LED is a really cool LED. That's the Samsung LH351D. It has a 5,000 Kelvin color temperature, which is really nice. It's a very nice neutral white. And it has a color rendering index of 90. So when you're outside and say you shine it on a flower bed, you'll see all the different colors of the flowers. It won't be washed out with a cool white light. This is a nice rendering light. Very neat for a flashlight that really has a lot of throw to it. Wasn't expecting that LED. It's a nice LED in there. Enjoying that. So overall construction's the 6061 aircraft grade aluminum alloy with a Type 3 hard anodized finish. Yeah, Loving that. It's got these grooves cut out for heatsink to keep the flashlight cool. Neat setup. So there's a lot of features here we're going to go over. The switch, we have a side switch here. It's metal. You tap it once, turn it on. Tap it again to change the modes. As you can see, when you're in the outdoor group, which is lights set on right now, you have access to 4. You have a low, you have a medium, you have a high, and you have a turbo. Low, medium, high, turbo. Nice. There's also a lockout feature, which is you tap it 4 times, it locks it out, tap it 4 times again, and it unlocks it. Very simple. We'll go ahead and long press off. Now, if you want to get to the moonlight mode, on either outdoor group or tactical group, you just press and hold, and it goes into 1 lumen mode. This is really nice when it's dark, and you just want to look at something focused, like on a table, like a map, or a radio. It's always nice. Yeah, liking that setup. Cool. And then long press off. All right. Back here we have a Type-C rechargeable port, which I think is great. Spin that out of this way there. As you can see, it's, real simple. Doesn't matter which way you plug the port in. Type-C is beautiful for that. Nice heavy rubber jacket here to keep it watertight. They say IPX8 rated, 2 meter, but they say not for diving. So pretty good for splash resistance and heavy rainfall. You don't have to worry about dropping into a puddle. Should be fine. I wouldn't be too concerned. Got some knurling here, belt clip. If you notice, the flashlight also has flat edges cut into it for that belt clip. I just have it turned off to the side so this flashlight sits on the table. Nice. Very simple. Back end here, you can see there's lanyard hookups. And of course, the claim to fame on this flashlight is the dual tail switch design. For this flashlight, you can tap the main tail switch here to go momentary turbo. So it goes right to high, which is nice. And if you notice this green light here, that's telling you that the battery status is 100% or 75 to 100% when it's green. Forgot to mention that. This light also, if it's flashing green, it's 50 to 75%. If it's red, it's 25 to 50%. And if it's flashing red, it's time to charge. It's critical. So it's nice to know. So when you first turn the flashlight on, that little green light tells you its status. It's nice to have that. So yeah, back here, you saw this turbo. Nice. And then this tail switch here goes right to strobe. Press and hold it. It'll stay on strobe and you let go. Tap it, turn it off. Or you can just momentary strobe by tapping that. Also, when you're on turbo with that tail, you can lock it in and you can change the mode from the tail. As you can see, I'm changing the mode here. Also, the side switch, which I forgot to mention, you can double tap and go to strobe also with this. And you can change the strobe mode here. You can go to SOS and then you can go to a beacon mode. And that also, turn it off. Also back here, if you press and hold this, now you can change the mode here. So if you actuate it from the back, you can also change the mode from the side switch. Now, if the side switch is locked and you have lockout mode, these tail switches still work. You just won't be able to do your selections with the side switch. That's nice to know, by the way. So yeah, there it is. We got pretty much that in a nutshell. It's pretty basic. Let's go ahead and do a little size comparison. I always like to do this. I usually do it in the beginning, but we'll do it now. We have the Orkos WK30. This is a 26650 single powered flashlight, and it has 3 LEDs. Really neat setup. Here is the Sofirn SC31 Pro with all its awesome UI to it. Sometimes they get lost. Here is a flat top 18650, which this flashlight will run on, and of course a protected cell 3500. This flashlight will also run. Now it ships with a 3000 milliamp hour unprotected button top, and that battery is rated at 3000 milliamp hour, and it tests that. Ran it through my charger and tested it, and it will be exactly as advertised. So there you go. These are great branded batteries. They're probably Chinese make, but they're done very well. And as you can see, heavy threads here. Looks like a dual channel here for the 2 switches. It's nice. So you got the 2 sleeves there for making connection. Nice setup. So there's that. So we got the outdoor. So to change the outdoor to tactical. So as you know, the outdoor is the one I'll mainly use because it starts out in low always and then goes up unless you have it saved at a higher setting. That's nice. I like having that. If you want to go to the tactical group, all you do is you press and hold the side switch and that secondary mode select tail switch. So we'll do that, and should do a confirmation. There we go. So now we just have medium and turbo. So when we turn it on, it goes medium to turbo, as you can see there. Turn it off. Same with the tail, it goes to turbo. You lock it in, and you change it back here. It's just going to take you to medium and back to turbo. That's all you get there. Again, pretty simple. You still have your strobe. You still can lock the strobe in. So wait a couple seconds, let go. There you go. You can still do that. You can still change it here by the side switch. Turn that back off. And of course, you have access to moonlight while you're in a tactical mode. So you still have the moonlight. So that is nice to do that. And right back. There we go. Cool. So turn that off. So let's go to the garage. I took some pictures of this thing in action, and we'll do a little demo, and then we'll see some final thoughts. So let's go to the garage. This first picture, we're on turbo. I'm 15 feet away from my garage door. This is 1200 lumens. It's expected to run 2.5 hours. I'm guessing with throttling. It does have temperature regulation. It has a 200 meter throw. It's a very tight beam. As you can see, it has quite a bit of a hot spot there. Next picture, it's on high. This is 450 lumens. Expect a runtime of 3.5 hours and a throw of 128 meters. Now we're on medium. This is 150 lumens. Expect a runtime of 9.5 hours and a throw of 82 meters. Now we're on low. This is 10 lumens. They say 111 hours of runtime. That's amazing. This is a great setting, by the way. This is probably the one I'll use the most. And expect a throw of 20 meters. In this last picture, you can just make out the garage door. This is moonlight mode, 1 lumen, and they're rating it at 500 hours. Now that's something, huh? 500 hours on that battery that they provided there at 3000 milliamp hour battery. Very cool. So yeah, all right, so let's go back to the table and let's do a little quick demo of this flashlight in action. I'm going to go ahead and just turn it on. See, do I have medium? Okay, so I'm going to go back to the outdoor group because that shows more. So we'll go ahead, turn the flashlight off, press and hold both those tail switch and that. Give our confirmation. Now we're in the outdoor group. So now we have our low, medium, high turbo. Okay, we'll start it out in low. And we turn the lights off, and we'll do final thoughts on this bad boy. Okay. So right now, yeah, we're on low setting. Quite a nice flashlight. You can see the beam is very narrow. And I'm about 4 feet off the table. It's definitely generating a narrow beam. But it's a nice color rendering. Center. There we go. So it's got some nice color. Bring it in, because my camera does like to adjust. But you can see the colors are really natural. Loving that. Okay, so I'm going to aim it up at the ceiling, and we'll change modes. So right now we're on low. There's medium. There's high at 450 lumens. And then there's turbo at 1200 lumens. And it's aimed at the ceiling, probably 6 feet away. And this is lighting up the room. It's very nice. Bring it back down. Let's go to moonlight mode. So we'll go ahead and turn the flashlight off. Moonlight mode is press and hold. And now we're in moonlight. So this is the 1 lumen mode. This is really handy. If you're a radio guy like me, you can tune your radios. This one's actually pretty easy to use in the dark without, but this one here isn't. You can read all the buttons. It's really nice. So you see Skywave in the house. Yeah, I like having this. Can you imagine this thing running that long, 500 hours? It's just absolutely amazing. I love it. So there it is. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So let's go ahead and change this back to low. So we'll go up 1. There we are. We'll go ahead and, I'm going to demo that tail switch real quick too. So let's turn the lights back on. Okay. Yeah, the tail switch is a really cool setup. Bring this up. Bring this way up. Okay, so Iron Man, set him aside. We'll turn this off. 1 screw tail. Pretty basic setup. Actually, I'll bring Iron Man back in. Let that roll away. All right, so yeah, the tail switch is cool here. So remote mount, if you have a special application and you want to remote mount, it just pretty much replaces your 2 tail switches with this. This is your 2 tail switches right here. You don't have to be touching the flashlight to operate it. You can strobe. Just put that in the camera here so you can see. So we're strobing. Now you let go. Of course, it's going to continue with strobe. I am not holding it. Show you I'm not holding it there. And then tap it again, turn it off. You can't change that mode though while on this switch here, unfortunately. But you have access to your turbo. There you go. So I'm touching this smaller switch here. And this is an on-off clicker. So you can lock that in. And you can change the modes here with the switch. Now that can be quiet too. Doesn't have to, you don't have to click it hard, but you can if you have to. But you can do soft presses. And cycle the flashlight. And of course you do have to click this one to turn it off though. So you do have that clicky there. But you can soft actuate that momentary with this. If you can hear that, making no noise. So there you are. So there's your remote mounted tail switch. Pretty cool for a lot of applications. So awesome. And it's aluminum. Loving that. Yeah, aluminum tail here. For durability's sake. Yeah, Sofirn makes an awesome flashlight. Loving that. Okay, so that's included too. Excellent. And I think I mentioned, yeah, we'll run on all battery types. There's a spring down in there. You guys can see it. Yeah, there it is. A little spring. So you could drop in, say, your flat top. And it'll run on a flat top. Yeah. So definitely cool to have that built-in charging too. And it'll automatically, yeah, you can see this thing rocks. Yeah, I'm using the flat top right now. So you don't have to worry what type of battery you use because it has that smart circuitry in the flashlight. So let's go ahead and unscrew that. See, it's all real simple. Put in a regular battery. And we'll do some final thoughts. Sofirn. TF84. Can you imagine what TF stands for? Yes, you do. I don't have to say it, but I'll tell you what. This thing is an amazing everyday carry flashlight. Go ahead and bring this back down. Downtown. Yeah, so this is the one I was carrying right here. The Pro, which is a great flashlight. You can get this very inexpensive. This is this is like a $25 flashlight. But it just, you got to know what you're doing with the different settings. You know, there's a stepped dimming to it. You can watch my video on this one, which I will definitely have linked to this. If you're just looking for something simple, everyday carry, it does have a lot of options. Go with something like this. It does tail stand. But the light, this is a better light, and this actually has a better emitter. That Samsung is definitely a better CRI, nice color temperature. I like that. I like the fact that when I'm walking with this thing, I feel like I'm in control of something very powerful, really quick. I can get to those settings, no messing around. Just having that momentary high, I mean, that's key for me. I really like that. You can't do it with this. There's no momentary high. Actually, there is on this one, but it's a pain. You have to do a menu setting, but that's all it can do then. You don't have your different modes accessible. Like this one here, when you go momentary high, then you have your modes you can select. The other one doesn't do that. But having that momentary high is very nice. That's the sweet spot. And then having that momentary strobe, liking that. I was out in the yard doing that, and yeah, that'll get people's attention for sure. Love it. All right. So yeah, for the price, $60. It is a bit of an investment, but it's a worthy investment, especially if you need something like this. If you need to have it remote mounted, very important to some people. And it does have, I believe, it's got 2 through holes to strap it, like with zip ties or mounting screws, and it does have like a rail style edge to it there. Didn't show you that profile, but yeah, for mounting purposes, you can see how that fits in or slides in, and then you can mount it and lock it in. I like the fact that it looks like you can zip tie it to something too, because it's got these little ridges here. Very nice. So there it is. The TF84 definitely gets a big recommended buy if you can afford it. It's definitely a premium light. If you're a collector of Sofirn flashlights, definitely add this to your collection. I mean, it definitely augments these other ones by and far. Just an amazing light to have. This is a light I would take walking with me versus any of these smaller ones. And this is still pocket friendly. This isn't going to hurt anything. And the nice thing about it is the larger diameter head here with the heatsink design. I like the fact that it will run longer on high versus this. This will overheat quickly because it doesn't have as much material to help cool it, but this does. So definitely a recommendation. Yeah, so you can take a drop. I think it takes a 1 meter drop, no problem. I just want to drop it and hurt it. So there it is. All right, if you enjoyed the video, give me a big like. You guys are the best. 2, if you like the Sofirm branded flashlights and you want to see more, hit subscribe and hit that bell icon, get notified of future reviews. And 3, comment below what you think about the Sofirm TF84. Do you like the idea of this dual switch design? Do you like the side switch design? Do you like how you have memory mode, remember's last setting, the moonlight mode? I'm liking all that. I wish it had a little wider beam, but to be honest with you, when you're outside and you need to throw it down the sidewalk, you just see who's coming up on you. It's nice. You can definitely have that throw with that narrow beam. So for me, this is a perfect walk outside flashlight in the dark. I feel a little bit more secure having this versus my other flashlights. Definitely a nice one to carry with you. All right, there it is. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.